What is up guys, my name is Deployable Lover and welcome back to the channel. So many of you guys that watch this channel quite often will know that I'm trying my best to make this place a safe space for newer players and ultimately kind of give them some guidance when they're coming into 0 Hour through mistakes that we've had to make in the long run. Well, so far we've been over the basics of attacking and defending, so now I want to get into something a bit more advanced and a bit more intricate. Before we do jump into this video, I do just want to let you guys know of the giveaway, a little reminder that we're doing here on the channel. We're giving away 10 Steam keys to 0 Hour courtesy of the developers. And in order to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe if you are new here, as you won't be entered unless you are subscribed, and then leave a comment on a recent video of mine saying 0 Hour giveaway. Whilst you guys are at it, you may as well just do it to this video as well, as it really does help both me and 0 Hour to grow and reach a wider audience. So I thank you if you have done that. Without further ado though, let's jump into today's video. So first up, some of you guys may or may not know that if you kick a door that doesn't open in the same direction you're kicking it, if you kick it enough times, you'll actually create a hole where the door handle was, and it could be used as an excellent line of sight onto objectives or chokeholds alike. It will take approximately 3 kicks in order to create the hole, and this is excellent for maps like Terra House when you are looking at sort of the main hallway where enemies are coming through, or the objective rooms, perhaps if they are held right at the back of the room. You'll know if you're doing this incorrectly because as soon as you kick the door, if you're doing it wrong, the door will just open. You want to be kicking against the natural open of the door in order for it to work. Next up, if you hold the diffuse button when diffusing the bomb for a couple of seconds until it starts clicking, you can actually release from the diffuse and the clicking sound will continue to play out, which will then fool the enemies into thinking that you're sticking the diffuse when actually you're setting up on a better angle expecting them to swing you. This is fantastic if you're in like a 1vx, 1v3, 1v4 situation and you just want to get some information or play out some of the swings and the angles that the enemy team are using. You can bait that sound. They'll then assume that you're then sticking the bomb and you can play off that information. So this works really, really well. Moving on to bank now, and if you're on attack and you're struggling to get down to the basement, the parking garage objective via both the staircases, the main stairs and the power stairs, did you know that you can actually go through the windows of the toilet block, which is on the first floor? Now, after the spawn timer has counted down, those windows can be smashed and you can actually go down the ramp and set up behind the police car, which will give you an awesome angle onto that site. And it'll actually catch a lot of defenders off guard that are holding those angles onto the stairs too. Next up, when you are playing hotel, if you spawn main gate and then rappel up this wall, you can actually shoot the window out and bounce a grenade off of the wall to catch anyone who's camping behind the couch completely off guard and take them out. Now, in order to do this, you do have to get it as close to the top right-hand corner as possible, as that will make the grenade most effective. And this is quite a common area, especially in the later stages, sort of higher skilled lobbies that people will sit at. And it just gives you a bit of information that you don't have to then search for manually. Now, next up, whilst you're defending on hotel, if you are camping the power, which is quite common for a lot of these maps, you can actually sit and hide your silhouette really well behind this white car. If you stick to the left-hand pillar, when the attackers do come down the ramp, it's very hard, if not impossible, to see your silhouette. And I'll actually show you now on screen what it looks like from the attacker perspective, when you can see through some of the textures. Now, sometimes, depending on what PC and what setup they're rocking, some of the textures will kind of glitch a little bit, but for the most part, if you stick to that pillar, you're completely hidden, which allows you to take them out very, very easily. Moving on, when playing on Terra House, did you guys know that you can actually chuck a grenade through the windows that are covered by the grates? Now, if you throw a grenade through this, your grenades will not bounce off, and this is fantastic for clearing out the small storage room, which I believe is on the second floor. A lot of players will sit in there if the objective is right next to them, and chucking a quick nade through there is fantastic for clearing them out, but just beware, they might be waiting for that pin sound to pull, and then they might swing you, so just be careful of that. Next up, when you're playing on Embassy and you've got the objective on the first floor, did you know that you can actually throw a grenade into the objective from the rear entrance at the main entrance point? And you can actually throw it just over the balcony to land directly into the objective room. And this is fantastic for catching rotations off guard or people still trying to set up. Then of course you can play off of this by rappelling up and then going straight into sight. Now, last but not least, a very simple tip, but still something a lot of players I see don't know how to utilize, is that obviously you'll know when you tap your left alt key, your ADS will zoom in, but did you know if you hold the alt key down, you can actually stay ADS to holding that angle, but actually move your head around from side to side to be able to check your peripheral vision at the same time. This is fantastic on maps like Terra House when you're looking around you, for instance, all the different angles on the stairs, but you still want to hold the main door looking at power. Again, as I mentioned, it's a super simple tip, but it's something that not a lot of people actually utilize and use. Well guys, that does bring us to the end of today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed and kind of took something away from this. As always, it would mean a massive amount to me if you did like this video and subscribe if you are new here. We are so close to 1,700 subscribers, which seems a little bit mental to me really. But without me drawing this out too much, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.